Hey everyone, this will be a really quick video showing you how to remove the adjustment knob and swap your stem on any bike equipped with the Specialized FutureShock 2.0 system. Now, if you've got a higher spec Specialized Diverge, Roubaix, Ruby, or Cirrus, you likely have the FutureShock 2.0 suspension cartridge on your bike. Now, if you want to remove your stem, either to swap it for a new one or to flip it over to change the handlebar height, you do need to remove this adjustment knob on the top, which allows you to select the amount of damping in the shock. Now, whatever you do, don't proceed to pry it off. It's definitely not a friction fit part, nor is it a threaded part. Now, if you do pry it off or it gets dinged hard enough, it will break off and you'll have a situation like this where the internals actually come off with the knob. Now, if this happens to you for one reason or another, this video up here will actually explain how to repair it. Now, very quickly, what you'll notice if you look at the side of the adjustment knob is that there's a little set screw, sometimes referred to as a grub screw. Now, this screw applies compressive force to the metal hub that sits underneath the cap, and it's basically the only thing that keeps the knob from falling off. Now, to remove it, you just need to use a 1.5 millimeter Allen wrench and back it out just a couple of turns. Remember, there's no need to remove it completely, as if you did, there's a good chance you'd lose it if you took it all the way out. You just want to back it out enough to relieve that compressive force, and then the knob should slide right off. Now, with the knob removed, you can loosen the pinch bolts on your stem, and you can go ahead and slide it off and make whatever changes you need to. Now, one quick thing to note here, while the FutureShock headset does rely on preload compression and pinch bolts to hold the front end together, it's actually different from a traditional headset system in that the preload compression and pinch bolt are located lower in the system to account for the suspension cartridge. Now, technically, this means you can remove your stem entirely without the fork sliding out, and you can avoid having to reset the headset preload when you put it all back together. However, in my experience, no matter how careful you are not to mess with the headset tension, I always somehow end up needing to retighten the FutureShock headset after I replace the stem. Now, this has actually been the case on both the FutureShock 1.5 and the 2.0 models. Now, if you're not sure how to tighten the headset on the FutureShock system, this video up here will explain that in greater detail, so feel free to check it out if you need a quick refresher. Okay, so that's going to do it for this quick how-to. If you found it useful, liking the video really helps, and if you like this style of how-to video in general, consider subscribing to the channel for similar videos. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks again for subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.